All right, so we're going to take a look at setting up a age depth fit, that is creating a smooth curve for our age to depth data. So in this video we're going to do a simple example where you only have one set of ages versus one set of depths. And you'll see in our demo experiment we actually have two folders with age-related data, nanos and PMAG, and if we look at either one of them, we'll see there's 1338A PMAG age and then 1338A PMAG CCSF. And the data are all the same for nanos and PMAG. One thing notice, we're using this three-part naming style, the COD standard, with whole or site here and the technique here and then the information here. You'll see later that this middle one will show up on a table identifying what data you're using. So even if you're using just kind of age and depth waves that you've loaded yourself, use the three-part naming convention. Okay, so that's that. So let's go up to COD data, depth to age. So we want to run AgeDepthFit. Okay, U1338, and we're going to do nanos. That's the folder. Okay, the depth wave is nanos CCSF. The age wave is nanos age. The event wave, that is like species or reversals, are B species. You can select none there if you don't have a wave that contains the names of the species. The fit order, I usually start out with maybe 4 or 5 just to see how it looks on the data. Do you want to force the fit through 0 age at 0 depth? In this case, yes. Later on when we're doing linear segments between cursors, that'll have to be no. Do you want to fit only between cursors A and B? No. And you get an error message if you tried, because at this point there's no plot, so there are no cursors. And finally, do you want age or depth as the x-axis? I prefer age. Okay, here we are. So what's happened? Yeah, move this out of the way. We formed a new folder called AgeDepthFit. And in there, what you see is the fit age wave and the fit depth wave that defines this smooth curve, plus the coefficients for that curve. So if we take a look at this, you'll see that 0, x squared, x cubed, x to the 4th. So the coefficients are nice if you are doing something in another program, in Excel or something like that. You can just copy these coefficients down and recreate that curve really easily. Okay, so that's a continuous curve. If you don't like the fit, what you can do is go up to COD data and down here. And if you just go to refit, and all it's going to ask you is whether you want to do a different order. And let's say 4. Okay, changes a little bit. Why don't we do it one more time? Age depth refit. Let's try a 3. There we go. Okay, so the plot, by the way, here's depth, here's age, your data. This red plus up here means that we have forced the fit through the 0, 0 point. And you'll see down here, here's a table with the data we've used, and we've added a 0, 0 line and actually give it a heavy weight. We'll talk more about weight in a separate video, so don't worry about it too much at the moment. Nanos is the data type, and this actually comes from that second part of the wave name. That's why I suggest you use the three-part waves to as input. And here's the event. And you can actually control what markers you're using by these markers, and these are automatically set in when you use multiple data sets, which we'll get into again in a separate video. All right, now let's take a look at the, so this is a smooth plot, I mean a smooth curve. But on a lot of actual expeditions, just to make life a lot easier for everybody, often you divide the age depth plot into linear segments. So let's do that. The way we do it is we put the A cursor on the top point of the segment we want, and we put the B cursor, we'll get down to here. We'll put the B cursor there. Okay, let's go to COD data, depth to age, and we want AgeDepthFit again. And this is all pretty much the same, yeah. Now we want the order of fit to be 2. Do you want to force the fit through 0? Well, in this case we do, because this thing starts at 0. Do you want to fit between cursors? Yes. Do you want age? We'll leave that same. Okay, so here's an error. It says both cursors are not in the data. And if you go down here, what you'll see is that cursor A is not actually on the depth wave, which is what we want. It's on the fit wave. So if we right click here, we can put it back on the depth wave. Now it's depth wave, and if we go back and just rerun what we just put in, there's our curve. All right, now let's go from here down to, say, here. So we'll take A and put it down there. Oh, so you have a 16.5 meter per million year sedimentation rate represented by the slope of that line. Now let's go back up to depth to age, AgeDepthFit. Same. Okay, now we don't want to force the fit through 0. And if you did, you would get a really weird looking line. As a matter of fact, maybe I'm just going to do that. Okay, well, actually, that's not too bad, but it's pointing to 0. Make a liar out of me, will you? All right, let's go back. AgeDepthFit, same again. And we want to say no. All right, now let's see what that does. Okay, that looks a little better. Not sure why that guy jumped. Anyway, sedimentation rate of about 30. Okay, one other thing you can do. Let's go back to go back to the 5 for the moment. And yes, and no. And here we go. Okay, if you have data that you don't like, obvious outliers. Now, these aren't, this is a pretty good, well-controlled data set, but just, let's say for some reason you don't like this point right here. Get the B cursor out of the way. As a matter of fact, let's expand this. All right, if you don't like that point, if you go up to COD data depth to age, click on weight 0. Now you see the symbol has changed, and actually if you go here, you'll find somewhere there's a weight 0 and a different marker number. Go up to depth to age, and now rather than do AgeDepthFit, which would reset all the weights, do AgeDepthRefit. And all you need to do is mess around again. Let's try a nice higher order. Whoa. Okay, there's one more error you'll wind up seeing. We might as well do that one just for the heck of it. So we'll do age depth refit again. Oops. Come on. And let's use some really high number, like 13. Yeah, here's the error that you get. It says that the age depth fit is recurved, that there are some negative sedimentation rates. It may cause a problem. Yeah, I think so. And then it suggests either changing the order of the fit or changing the fit curves. Anyway, there you go, and looks pretty weird. So you would obviously go back to something you like better. There we are. Okay, I think that covers it for a simple data set. And we have 2 other videos. We're going to talk about multiple data sets, and then we'll discuss the weighting a little bit. That's it.